Roofing in 2026 is brutal. There haven't been any named storms. If you live on the Gulf Coast or you live on the Atlantic Coast, there were no named storms in 2025 and none yet in 2026. You have insurance laws changing and driving insurance roofers into the retail market. And so now the retail market's crowded. You have private equity that has been going in and buying all the big players and then driving up the cost per click and all the ad spend. And so roofing is extremely tough right now. And a lot of roofers are struggling to get leads, and they're trying everything under the sun to try and get leads, which is not the right way to do it, because you'll end up wasting a lot of money. So if I had to start a roofing company in 2026 from zero, this is how I do it. I'm going to give you a step-by-step process on how to use digital marketing to grow your roofing company in 2026. Stay tuned. So first things first, there are 4 phases of digital marketing that you need to consider in growing your roofing company. The first is your website, your Google Business, and Yelp. I've labeled that under phase 1, website. 2 would be LSA and Yelp ads, local service ads and Yelp ads. Phase 3 would be incorporating search engine or search everywhere optimization. So you're showing ChatGPT, Google, Brave, DuckDuckGo, Perplexity, Grok, all of those AI bots and search engines. And then also implementing Google ads as pay-per-click. And then 4th would be branding and scale through Facebook ads, YouTube ads, Instagram, TikTok, and the like. Let's go into this a little bit more in depth now. Phase 1. Before you even generate leads, you have to exist online. It's a no-brainer, but you'd be surprised. Sometimes it's as basic as this sounds, some just forget, like, you have to have a website. If you're going out hanging door hangers, or you're going out knocking on doors, the very first thing they're going to do is look you up online. So you need to have a website, you need to have a Google business profile, and you need to have a Yelp profile. And I would say on both your Yelp profile and your Google business profile, you need to start getting reviews. Get the customers that you have. Everyone starts with their friends leaving a review. But once you move on from there and you get paying customers, figure out a review management system. Something as easy as carrying those little credit cards where when you are done with the roof and you collect that final payment, you say, hey, can I tap this card to your phone? It will pull up our Google business listing. Can you leave me a review right now? Because let's face it, buyers are liars, and they say they're going to do it, but they never do. So you need to start building your online profile. And this is kind of the low cash version way to start. A lot of this is free, except for the website. I'll get into that in just a minute though. If you don't have these though, you basically don't exist. And you say, what about a website? Okay, let me hit the pause button right here. If you don't have a professionally built, professionally managed website, then that's just as bad as not having a website. If you think that GoDaddy or Squarespace or your brother's cousin's uncle's nephew is going to build you a professionally built, professionally managed website, they're not. At our company, at our agency, we specialize in professionally built, professionally managed, custom designed websites that are just $250 a month. So for $250 a month, you get a beautiful SEO optimized, conversion optimized website. We take care of all the hosting, all of the backup, any type of revisions, any type of updates that you need done over the 3-year contract, so that it's a no-brainer for you. Phase 2, and I call this phase 2A, start with what are called local service ads. This is going to tie into your Google business profile. So you have a Google business profile, you have a local service ads profile, and the images and the reviews from your Google business profile will pull over into your local services profile. Local service ads are those ones at the very top that say Google guaranteed or Google screened. It requires that you have all the permitting and contractor licenses, insurance. They're going to do a background investigation on whoever the owners are. They're going to do license verification. Some states it's a lot less strict, like Texas, where it's the wild, wild west, where basically if you have a pickup truck and a ladder and a hammer, you're a roofer. But in Florida, you actually have to have a roofing contractor's license, and it's a lot more heightened as far as what you have to do. So, Google Local Services, they require you to go through that. You have to have at least 5 reviews, and then you also have to have, so check with your state as far as what the requirements are. Now, we charge $250 a month for this service, and for that, you get a lot of bang for your buck. We're going to make sure that your LSA account is optimized, that it's also syncing with your Google Business Profile, that your Google Business Profile is optimized. We're going to make sure that we're sending all of the data signals back to Google Ads that it needs in order to optimize. That means listening to the calls, rating the calls, looking at the forms, making sure that you as the roofer are responding to the forms, sending that lead data back to Google, because if you can show Google how to make money off of sending you good leads, they're going to send you more leads, and they're going to send it to you at a lower cost. So it's critical that this is professionally managed, and that you don't just leave it for someone else in your company to handle, or worse, leave it for you as the head of the roofing company to handle. $250 a month, we take care of it for you. We work with you to make sure that your team is doing what they need to do so that we can do what we need to do and properly optimize your LSA account. Google only makes money when they send you a good lead, one that you can book and actually get paid for. And so that's important. So you're showing Google how to get paid by sending you the right leads, and then you're getting paid by converting those into sales. LSA is a gold mine for a roofer. Yelp. Yelp is the hidden gold mine for roofers. Most contractors ignore Yelp. They've heard bad things in the past, or worse, they try it themselves and it doesn't work. Yeah, because you're a roofer. You're not a marketer. And so nothing is more crazy in my mind than when a roofer wants to be a marketer. Pick one. I mean, maybe I should hop up on my roof. You know, I sit behind a desk all day, but maybe I should hop up on my roof with a hammer and a ladder and fix the shingles. I'm sure what could go wrong. I'll just look it up on YouTube. It's the same thing. Hire someone to manage this for you professionally. At Results Digital, we are a Yelp business partner. So what this means is you could pay Yelp $5,000 directly for ads, or you could pay us $5,000 for Yelp ads. Yelp then charges us that $5,000, but then they give us access to all their back-end team. We can professionally optimize your Yelp account and your Yelp ads, make sure that you're getting only good leads, leads that you can actually do something with, that your Yelp profile is optimized, and then Yelp will compensate us on the back end. So it's no additional cost to you to hire us to do your Yelp ads. But think about Yelp as a shrunken down ecosystem, just like Google. Google is a search ecosystem, and people are used to using Google to go find people that they want to hire for their contract work. Yelp is the same way, just in a shrunken down sense. And Yelpers prefer to find contractors on Yelp. So it allows you to find people that are at the bottom of the funnel. That's what Google LSA, that's what Yelp are. They're bottom of the funnel platforms that you could find, that people who are looking to hire can find your company to potentially hire them to do their roof. So, moving on from there, phase 3. This is where you implement on that professionally built, professionally managed website that we built for you, where you start implementing SEO, which stands for Search Engine Optimization, or it did. Now it really stands for Search Everywhere Optimization, because people are searching on Google, but they're searching on DuckDuckGo, on Yahoo, on Brave, they're searching on Grok and Perplexity and Gemini and ChatGPT. And so people are searching everywhere. These are all bottom of the funnel search tools. And what we want to do is make sure that you're showing on all of them. And notice the process by which we've done this. We've already helped lay a foundation of good, solid lead flow through LSA and Yelp, all right, from a digital sense. Now we're layering on another bottom of the funnel tool, search engine optimization and Google Ads. That's phase 3. And I'm not doing a 3A, 3B because I think they can work together. The beautiful thing is they all work symbiotically. All right, they all synthesize with each other. They cross-pollinate. Your Google Ads, at least the way we run them, will help your SEO. Your SEO will help your Google Ads. And then your Yelp helps your SEO, which in turn will benefit your Google Ads. And so all of it works together in order to help you get good bottom of the funnel leads when people are searching. All right. What is PPC? Just a quick, it's pay per click. If LSA is pay per lead, Google Ads is PPC, pay per click. So you're paying for the click. And that's just as good as the LSA. It's people that are looking for what you're offering and they're ready to hire someone right now. We're just placing ourselves in the right place at the right time. Now, private equity, they have gone in. They're buying up all the big roofing companies, and then they're driving up the ad click, the ad buy. The way that we do pay-per-click is much more affordable. We can still get leads for that same low rate that we were getting them for around the COVID timeframe, around anywhere from 150 to 250 for a qualified lead. That means we've listened to the phone call, we've read the web form, it's a legitimate opportunity for you to try and make some money. So that's phase 3. And with phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3, you really wrap up what are called the bottom of the funnel leads. These are high intent, they're searching hiring terms, and they're looking to hire a roofer right now. Now let's move into phase 4. Phase 4 is branding and scale. This is where you implement social media and where you have to put your pretty face behind a camera, okay? This is where you can really scale your roofing business because you're going to be making videos that are relevant to your target audience. Kind of like I'm making a video right now for you, you're going to be making a video for the homeowner. This is where you're going to be building yourself with the show that you have experience, expertise, authoritativeness, trustworthiness, where you prove that you are more than just a Chuck in a truck or a Dan in the van, okay? And this is where you're going to be showing roofing projects that you've been doing, showing the difference between you and your competitor where many cut corners but you don't, how that's going to be valuable to them, how you're combating the fact that people stay in a house about 5 years and why would they want to invest in a $25,000 roof when they can get one for $15,000. This is where your video content is going to speak authoritatively and trustworthily to those objections. And this is where you start to scale because you build yourself as a brand authority in the roofing industry in your local area. And what we found with a client that was very, very faithful to do this is that they had to spend $500 a day on branded terms for their company because their competitors would come in and poach. And so they had built such trust and such authority with their community that they had to spend around $500 to $600 a day just to make sure they captured that demand because their competitors were trying to poach it. So that is the power of brand dominance. In fact, that same company, the one who was responsible for making the videos, couldn't even get out of his car at the gas pump because people would see him on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. This is before TikTok existed. And people would be like, I know you. You're that guy that does the metal roofs. I've seen you all over the place. They haven't seen him all over the place. They've just seen him all over the place where people live on the internet, which at the time was Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Now TikTok. So these platforms help you build brand dominance, and they help people to see you before they even know they need a roofer. They build that trust. So hopefully this has been helpful to be a guide to you of how to grow your digital presence into real leads in 2026, how you can combat against private equity, and how you can actually grow your roofing company in 2026. If this is helpful, don't forget to like the video and please consider subscribing to the channel as it does help. And if you need someone to help you with digital marketing, get in touch on our website. There's a link in the bio, a link in the description so that you can get in touch and we can schedule a free strategy call. Let's see if it's a fit. We only take one roofer for every location. So if you're in Houston, can't help you. If you're in the San Antonio, Victoria, Texas area, can't help you. If you're in the Lubbock, Midland area, can't help you. Can't help you if you're in Orlando. But if you're not in one of those places, we'd love to talk and see how we can grow your business in 2026. Thank you.